Take two. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Good. All right. This is not an AT&T commercial. Y'all should sponsor me. Hey man, hope everybody had a happy holidays, man. If you don't know, we got a hard-working woman that's been putting on for the city, really doing her thing. And I ain't gonna fake, she been off in the cuss, but it's just well deserved. You know. Shout out to Miss Gwenny.
Hey y'all, how we feeling?
All
Jonas. This is one of my favorite videos.
Caterpillar smoke, Betty Cloud talks up the psychedelics, mama be ghosting. Any illogical niggas left, I prefer the ones with a little motion. Devoted, ain't gotta ask for love, he just show it. Fake love for the weak, ATP, Gwenny B, straight ghosting. Ride the beat, see the wave, diamond tested, check the chain, cold bitch, about the game. 6 months in, man, shit changed. Small town shit turned city girl. Mirror, mirror, I just want the world. It's Miss Beauty, 4C curl. Sit back and enjoy this musical pearl.
I should be skating off this beat, huh? They didn't expect me to go like this now. But on which one? On the video?
Position switch, vibe created. In the clouds, always faded. For this dream, I'ma make it. Beauty's always thrive, shit ain't complicated. Never jaded, highly motivated. Little underestimated. Don't hit your left the next rotation.
This video. Jonas.
Bitch, about the game.
Ooh. Hey man, that was Caterpillar Smoke by none the less. Miss Gwenny. Hey.
Hi y'all.
Nah man. Hey, happy holidays to everybody once again. Hopefully, man, you got some turkey, you got a plate, you know what I'm saying? You drank good, ate good, you know what I'm saying? Chiefs let us down. We're gonna get into that a little bit later, man. But man, hope it as it all is, man. Happy holidays to everybody. But you know, I got Gwenny in the building, so if y'all don't know, man,
Hey.
I'm gonna let her let them know how you doing today.
Hi y'all, how's it doing? Hey, so my name is Gwenny, aka Miss Beauty.
On me.
Really excited to be here today, y'all.
On me, nah, definitely. And you know, this is episode 80 on my road to episode 100. So let's give it up. You know,
Period. I
it's
know
the
that's
misadventures.
right.
You know, we always going, never stopping. But shoot, Gwenny, one thing I just want to say. You know, hey, you just had Gwendolyn Fest. You know, congratulations. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Thank
gonna fake
you.
like not even that. I don't even know to say congratulations, but I know like you've been through the ups and downs of it, but you pulled it off. You know what I'm saying? You really pulled it
Yeah.
off. Okay, but before I really get into like you know the Gwendolyn Fest, I want to get into you as an artist. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because you know I don't know if too many people know much about you, but you know saying like being an artist leading up like what inspired you even just to have your own festival? Like you know I want to have a festival. What made you want to do that?
You know, there's so many creatives in Kansas City that like, you know, whenever people start in their creative journey, they're just trying to like find their start, find their niche, you know what I mean? And I feel like you know, I wanted to have a festival to not only like set my mark as an artist in the city, but show that like, you know, there's power in collaboration, there's power in good content creation and just like, you know, working together as a unit rather than just for like yourself, you know? So ultimately, like I feel personally that the festival was a great way to show all of the best Kansas City creatives and why they're so amazing. And it was definitely a magical night, you know. If you weren't there, we missed you, you know, but it was really good. So it was a great vibe.
Nah, definitely. I ain't gonna fake it. Thank you for letting me be a part of the live stream. You know what I'm saying?
Of
I
course.
definitely got to meet a couple new artists. Shout out to LA.
Yeah, shout out LA France.
Yeah. LA friends definitely want to have bro on the show. And I forgot Miss Lydia.
She's amazing.
Yes,
Lydia's awesome.
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely. I was like, you know, I follow her on Instagram for a time, but I'm like, she definitely does have like her own style, and like I love it. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been listening to her for a little bit, and I was like, dang, all these you were able to gather all these creatives together and put them in one place, which ain't easy because people cancel, they call off.
Yeah.
But just to see the turnout that you had, you know what I'm saying, that you got it, you got that
I
spark.
think what kind of set my lineup different from other people's is that everyone that was on the lineup was hand selected. You know what I mean? These were all different types of creatives that I have came in contact with.
You even had tryouts or auditions.
Yeah, for my dancers and my models. So I ended up curating a dance team along with my amazing dancers, Jemai and Akira of DT Dancers. They're amazing. They're awesome, my girls. And ultimately we were able to just like build a group of amazing dancers that were then called the Gwendoland Dream Team. So they helped showcase my 15 show album at the Gwendoland Fest, along with the fashion show with models that we had casted over the past year. Some of Casey's best models, in my opinion. And ultimately we were able to do that, showcase dancers, showcase artists. We had Grizzly Adams there doing some amazing paintings.
That was hard. I was like, hold up, where's this? Like my second, third time running to, bro. Like, let me make sure, like, I get a video, dude.
It was just like one of those unique creative experiences where it's like you never know who you're gonna see there. It's just more so like there's power in good networking and collaboration.
And everything happened the ways was and plus shout out to the Tree Room, man. Like
shout out Tree Room, y'all.
Yeah, y'all definitely
love the Tree Room.
Y'all definitely like set the atmosphere, because we're gonna get into a little bit of like the performances, but I would say, like, after pulling that off, how did it feel waking up the morning after Gwendolyn Fest knowing you had just pulled it off? What was the feeling?
For me, ultimately, I feel like it was more so just like, I don't know, just finding my niche and what I wanted to do to like make myself like my stamp on the city. And one thing that I love to do is inspire people, everyone that I'm around. You know what I mean? And I felt like the best way to do that was through the festival and being able to, empower other creatives to, kind of think big in their creative process, in their creative journey. And I think that the best way I could do that was through the festival. So it was definitely a magical experience of Casey's best talents.
No, definitely.
So yeah.
Hey, shout out Sean, man. Appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna have to link up with Gwenny. No, for sure. But
most definitely.
But like, I know, like, I want to talk about like some of the, like, the behind the scenes, like what was some of the hard parts? Because like, I'm maybe gonna have a Snead Fest one day, so
yeah.
Snead Fest. I ain't gonna fake it.
Hey, I feel like everybody has their own way in their creative journey, and you know what I mean. Some people could like definitely have the same thought process that I had whenever I created, the Gwendoland Fest, like just wanting to, empower other creatives, whether those are creatives that are like, because I thought it was pretty amazing about my festival how like we were able to curate it and make it so many different types of people, yet they all mesh together amazingly.
Yeah, definitely. Because I had just running in different people. I'm like, oh, you here for Winnie? I'm like, oh, yeah. And then see like a couple people from our creative side and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, nah. Like them chairs was like filled.
It was dope.
But what was the hardest part? Like,
I would say the hardest part, yet the most beautiful part, was like the curation of the festival and how I decided like everything that I wanted to do with it and just basically brought it to life from the ground up. I think that was, the most empowering thing, because it wasn't an easy process. You know what I mean? This is a project that I had put my, all in for the past year and a half.
That's what I thought. Like you planned this for a year.
Most definitely. So the album was done within 7 months, and then I was also, while I was in the process of doing the whole entire album, at many different stages of my life, because it kind of takes you through the story of Gwenny, how I became to be the artist I am today, but also like how I like found myself as an artist. A lot of people, I feel like they want to make themselves known in the city, and I have seen different lights of that, and I think that like ultimately this was my way to show that like I really want to influence other creatives in a good way, in a powerful way that like goes way beyond the music. So
and that's one thing that I've noticed from you, like just like outside of the music, like like just the way you carry, it's like business, like it's very business first, and I want to applaud you for like being a businesswoman, because a lot of people don't understand, like you can't in this line of work, what I'm saying, you got to be able to like wear different type of hats, what I'm saying. You can't just be able to be like, oh, I want to be in this lane, but especially like with our different artists, podcasters, entertainers, you gotta be able to sit down and talk business, be able to like sit with people that you may not, I don't want to say like want to be with, but like be able to, hey, I believe that we can make something happen up, you know.
Most
and
definitely.
and that's one of the things that I'm really glad to see about the city. Like, well, you know, like seeing like everybody from different camps coming together into one place. I'm like, oh, bro, I just seen you down here, Black Charlie's, and I just seen you
Yeah.
up here in Elevate, and man, it's gonna be lit. I was like, what's one of
Most
your favorite
definitely.
songs from your album?
I would have to say, honestly, if I had to choose one, it would either be XOXO Your Beauty, All My Love, or Small Town Shorty. All of those are amazing.
I think this is the one that I like, Small Town Shorty. I was like, hold up, what, which one was it?
Yeah, Small Town Shorty, that's been like a lot of people's favorite because that one, kind of tells the story of how I became,
Yeah, the
you know.
story of Gwenny.
Yeah. Shout out to the cover art to Spence. Shout out the Prince Spence on
Okay.
Insta. He did his thing on the cover art. Definitely one of my favorite covers.
Nah, Small Town Shorty, check it out.
What until you learn them.
Like this one was wrong.
Yeah, and there's a video to it too. But it's okay. I love the cover art.
Okay, so like my Apple Music back, I'm gonna make sure.
They may not have known me then,
Yeah, definitely.
Cause I had,
but they definitely gonna feel me
like,
now.
at one point.
Until you
No, I feel you for sure.
So like, cause plus Apple was taking like all my money.
I don't remember how I did this, to be honest. I definitely. Well, I know I did.
adopted out of Jackson County, day that God saved me, mama. Selling a body wasn't meant to teach a lady. Bipolar beauty, my running mills label crazy. Ebony's my white town. Not a lot of shit pays me, hold on. Now I grew up being misunderstood. I'm not a product of the hood. Turn the time, wish I could. Lost values black, girl, my skin like ash wood. Fearful of my color right in front of me, yeah, they stood. Find my way through school, substance abuse, but good grades. Racial tension was loud, culture tight like box braids. Basket certain energy, too much to show my shade. Called a nigga first time math class, only 7th grade. Lost a lot of friends to envy, some didn't even see the struggle. Repercussions are different in a school, 3 women colored. Gotta say much at all, we already felt the trouble. Look, say a lot, that's why I stay in my bubble. These letters from a small town, shorty knew I was a little reckless. Sniffed a little white, chains on my soul just like a necklace. Lost for a bit, till I found where I was destined. Put the stamp up on the city, music be my favorite weapon. I'm a small town shorty, knew I was a little reckless. Sniffed a little white, chains on my soul just like a necklace. Lost for a bit, till I found where I was destined. Put my stamp up on the city, music be my favorite weapon. Cheerleader, all American, summer of the 20, mentally distant. I'll admit I was acting a little funny. Family poor, but there was love. We had a lot of money, start chasing dreams right out of mama's coked out tummy. Visionary, never bore you, healing voice, let me restore you. Bloom where you feel blessed, ass that mama knew what she been through. Didn't know where I fit, but I knew that I'd evolve. Pray to God like he was my first call. These letters from a small town, shorty knew I was a little reckless. Sniffed a little white, chains on my soul just like a necklace. Lost for a bit, till I found where I was destined. Put the stamp up on the city, music be my favorite weapon. I'm a small town shorty, knew I was a little reckless. Sniffed a little white, chains on my soul just like a necklace. Lost for a bit, till I found where I was destined. Put my stamp up on the city, music be my favorite weapon.
Hey, Small Town Shorty, man. I appreciate everybody for tapping in. Hey, Rashida.
Hey, Rashida.
Hope everybody having like a good holiday. But no, I ain't gonna fake it. I think that's the one that I heard you rap like the first time it's about a year and a half ago. I was like, damn, bro, she can really spit. It's hard, like, even it seemed like that what makes you like really like an artist, putting on them different hats.
I think that one of the biggest things that I love about my music is that, you know, I don't like to fit in just one unique box. I think that like my music is all different types of things, you know what I mean? Because we can go from like being super deep to being, you know, upbeat to being, you know, in our feelings to like all the different feelings, you know what I mean? I want people to listen to my music as like a social detox in a way. You know what I mean? Like people feel like they're, you know, changing, evolving, just really like growing within the process of Gwendolyn. So that's, you know, the goal.
And now, see, I like, and plus, I love, like, just your, like, the creative process. You got your album, you're like, fuck it, for the after album, I'm gonna have a festival. And then, like, the next day, you was like, you was in Dallas. I was like, yeah. I was like, damn, bro, she's moving. She's moving, you know what I'm saying? So, what's something crazy that happened behind the scenes that the audience never knew about?
Like just within the fest, like that day, or just like within
that day?
Within that day.
That day can be that day, that week.
I'm trying to think.
Lost a pair of shoes. My hair caught on fire.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, if not, I mean, shoot, like
nothing really that I could think of. I think everything went pretty smooth. You know?
That's good.
Yeah, like it was like a really, you know, it was a wholesome vibe. You know when you have like those events where it's like everybody in the room just had pure good energy.
Oh me, hell yeah.
Like there's nothing like that. You know what I mean? And I think that was one of my biggest takeaways from it. Like, I can't even think about one thing that really went wrong. I mean, we had our little hiccups, you know what I mean? Like, time-wise, you know? But I feel like that comes with, like, any type of show, you know what I mean?
Nobody ever starts on time.
Yeah, you know like, there was a little delay in that, you know what I mean? But other than that, everything went as according to plan.
I mean, like, we all try to be professional in our own aspects. But, you know what I'm saying? Like, when the hiccups come, like, when they do, you know what I'm saying? Just, hey, ride that wave. Do what you gonna do. Because no matter what happens, you break a leg, you break an arm, like they say, the show must go on.
It's gotta.
So do or die, you know. But you know, you did it though, for real, for real.
Yeah, it was cool.
I mean, is there any part that you like go back and redo of the fest? You know, like maybe you would change up.
I think that ultimately, with every year, you know, there's gonna be little hiccups and stuff, but I think that like, you know, just taking through the journey and just kind of like, you know, growing with every hiccup, you know what I mean? Because every year it's just going to get better and better and better and better and so forth, you know what I mean? So just, like I think that, you know,
Well, I would say like, because this year you had like 3 acts.
Yeah, so I had Act 1 of Gwendolyn, Act 2, and Act 3. And before each act, it was a poem that basically took you through the story of Gwendolyn, which shout out Marjay, beautiful Marjay. She actually did the, you know, baddie narration of it, which everything about this festival was like specifically handcrafted. So like since, you know, Marjay was one of my hosts, you know, I knew before the Gwendolyn Fest that Marjay was actually a poet before she was a musician, which is an amazing fact, you know, fun fact about my friend. And yeah, so basically I wanted to add that in, like her, you know, other talents and everything within the festival.
And you had her hosting.
Exactly. So she was able to do, you know, the narration of Gwendolyn, basically take people through my story. And I basically wrote handwritten poems to kind of take people along that journey, like not just through the music, but through like, you know, a different type of soul aspect. Yeah, like it's perspective.
Yeah, most definitely. Because like, you know, you want to transport like your audience or whatever, always like, you know, into like your shoes.
Most definitely.
That's like, you know, like this platform is just for me to like, you know, like meet different people of walks, you know, from different walks of life. And also, because when I start making my movies, tap in, man. Misadventures of Snead. You know, I got a couple series coming up, some skits I'm about to be dropping. Tap in, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like, I'm definitely gonna be like, you know, asking for your services, my lady.
Yes,
you know
let me know something.
Yeah, I like that because speaking of which, like, you know, you are also a brand ambassador. I'm gonna say, who you rocking right now?
Yeah, okay, y'all. I gotta show it off.
On me.
So this is the brand Too Obsessed. This is Yoslin Ali's brand. So everybody, I know we know Yas, love Yas. So this is actually one of her new sets. So this is the burgundy, y'all. Look at the back. See the back?
On me.
Yeah, y'all. So tap in, Too Obsessed. Out now. She has many different colors. There's actually like a neon orange type of color. That one's really cool. Also the military green. That one is amazing.
Y'all know, I ain't gonna fake it. She be stepping with them. I ain't gonna fake it. You definitely be doing your thing with the Too Obsessed. You know what I'm saying? Let me know when you come out with I'm gonna say, well, if there's a guy's version, but I do like the colors.
Yosslin's got stuff for everybody.
Yeah.
It's like bougie, baddie, baller meets, luxury fashion. So
no, I definitely need one. But no, I was definitely about to say like, I love like the network and also, you know what I'm saying? Like you tapping in. I'm like, okay, she brand ambassador and too. And because I love like the whole thing that threw me, I was like, she having a fashion show? I was like, God damn, that's what threw me off. I was like,
the fashion show is amazing. I think that ultimately, like, one thing that I take throughout my whole career, you know what I mean? Not only just within the fest, but like just in my different, brand collaborations is like, I don't just want to like have, friends in the industry, but I like, want to have people that I break bread with, you know what I mean? In many different ways than just music. So like I'm talking business, like, yeah, I want to go do this, little concert, whatever, woo-de-woo, but I also want to go out and help push your brand, push your vision. You know what I mean?
And shit, that's and that's literally like what it's all about. Like especially like with Kansas, like, hey, if I'm coming to your events, I ain't gonna say you gotta come to my events, like as per se, but as far as like that could help build our bridge and make us stronger. Like I love like this new generation. I don't know how it was like this older generation. Everybody having Facebook rolling 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Talking about like the little antics, going back and forth and stuff like that. But
yeah.
Low key, I think it's their way of pushing each other's brand. Because if I'm talking bad about you, you talking bad about me, But we're like, we're like, we're the front runners for like, what's really about to be coming. And it's like this new generation, this new wave of KC that's like got many talented entertainers, like you said, poets, you know what I'm saying, artists.
Yeah.
Podcasters tap in, you know what I'm saying? But with each one, we all gonna get better. We all gonna like keep rising and shoot, like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, get with it or get lost, pussy. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. So so like the impact of the Gwendolyn Fest, like did you feel like you impacted Casey?
I definitely feel like I impacted Casey in a different type of way. You know what I mean? This year we were just, showcasing the blueprint of what it's going to become. You know what I mean?
That part.
I will say for like a first event, I'm really proud of myself with the outcome. The love that people showed, everyone that was involved. It was a good time. It was a really good time.
So how do you like, because like I know, I ain't gonna fake it. I had to like leave a little bit because I wasn't feeling all good. The weather. Fuck the weather, you know what I'm saying? Even
them allergies, man.
That part. But how do you balance like the creativity versus business versus like, not burning out?
I think that, that's something I'm still learning as an artist. Because, like, I may not show it, but, like, sometimes, like anybody, like, sometimes it gets to be a lot. It gets kind of overwhelming. But that's kind of when you need to, like, get in your zen space and, just kind of come at things in a different light, I guess, take a little break, a little hiatus, you know what I mean, to get your mind right. And then, you get back in the game. That's, I don't know, for me, like, I'm fueled by music. So no matter what else I'm doing, if I'm doing music constantly, I'm fueled in a great way. So it just like, whenever I'm not doing music, then it's like, dang, like, what am I, what am I doing right now?
I'm just taking up space. I'm taking up space.
Yeah. And so I don't know. I think personally for me, like, I just had to find that outlook. Like, when you're doing what you love, it doesn't feel like a job, and it should never feel like a job, right? So like, whatever you're doing, you want to love what you're doing. So
that part. That's what I'm saying. Especially like, in the lanes that we in. I know everybody, we ain't making like the big numbers, like hundreds of thousands, but one day, who knows? We can be there if we all like work together. You know what I'm saying? And then that's another thing, like, try not to like, put too much on your plate. Like, it's like we're all here for each other, I'm gonna say, well, not for each other, but like we can be. That's how we can be. If saying, just hey, maybe like that song that you're writing is not really hitting, but you maybe need a listening ear.
Right. And sometimes it's about just giving people like solid advice, you know what I mean, on how to improve themselves, how to grow, you know what I mean, and just evolve in a different way. Because I feel like if we like, you go to give someone criticism, like, you got to be able to be coached and, like told like, hey, this is what you need to fix. This is what you need to improve on. Not saying that you're, music is like not it, you know what I mean, but it's more so like of telling someone like, this is the areas you need to improve, so then they feel empowered to do so, but sometimes there's a way to say it too, I guess.
That part, like, your shit sucks,
exactly, like
trash.
Like, hang it up. Hang it up. Like,
try again next week. Nah.
But I feel like in order to grow, you must be coachable too.
That part.
You know what I mean?
No.
So.
And that's what a lot of people aren't. We really, I would say, like, someone say we, because sometimes I'm like, I tell myself, always stay coachable, no matter what it is. That's, you know what I'm saying? No matter who I'm talking to, you know, because I played football, I played semi-pro. So, you know what I'm saying? So, like, this last season I didn't really play. I was kind of out because I had messed up my back. But there's some things I'm still learning about the game, even, you know, like, to this day. Like, you know, I went to high school, played it in college.
Oh,
but, like, you know, even still, like, you know, with this podcasting game, like, I'm thinking, I got a handle on it, but here comes something new. Like, as an artist, you're going to learn something new. You're going to maybe find a new flow. Like, even me, this is, like, literally my freshman season. I'm building brick by brick, mistake by mistake, good, like, success by success. You know, take the wins for the wins, losses for the losses, because without them, you know, hey, who are you? But also,
you gotta take some losses to take some wins. You feel me?
But I stand on it. But not, this part of my brand. I gotta shout out my brand. Shout out to Father Figure. You know what I'm saying? I thought something had dropped. But now they just dropped their album. What was it, yesterday? I definitely plan on having them in the studio, Fig and Big. If you ain't tapped into him, but this is brand: win, lose, live, die, stand up, just, you know what I'm saying? Do that.
Awesome, tough.
You know what I'm saying? He got these jackets, so, you know, tap in. Let me show y'all.
Tap in, y'all. You gotta tap in.
But no, congratulations, you know what I'm saying, on the album.
Yeah, it was definitely a cool vibe. I think that, you know, everyone performed amazing, you know, whether they were an artist, whether they were a creative, you know, my vendors, awesome.
I didn't get into them tacos.
Ooh, yes.
I mean, who is bro?
Clark Roosevelt. He's awesome. So that's his, you know, not to just drop his.
No, you know, you good.
No, actually, no, not Clark. Oh my gosh, I'm thinking of one of my vendors.
Yeah, I know.
Clover.
Yeah,
sorry.
No rain, no flowers.
Yes, love his brand. Shout out Clark. No, but the tacos were Lamont Hamilton. So that's he actually made an appearance at a few local events as well. Shout out Titties and Tequila and shout out the Secret Stoners Society. He's popped out to a few events. He's amazing when it comes to the tacos.
Yeah, I know. I was supposed to slide out there with that was Shiny's birthday.
Yes, it was tough. It was so tough. That was like, listen, if you weren't there, you got to hear about it.
Definitely got to hear about it.
Yeah, it was cool. It was really cool.
Nah, I ain't gonna say so. Like, what's like the pettiest compliment someone had made to you that made you low-key laugh?
What's the pettiest comment?
Yeah.
Like that someone has made to me, like personally, like about like music or just like
like on your journey, like
on my journey.
Like you had any doubters, anybody that you know that was like, you know what, girl, just give it up. Oh, like you doing too much.
I don't know. I think that like, you know, I don't know. Like, you know, I've had people. I don't know. People just say the craziest things. You know what I mean? Like to tear somebody down. If I had to like, I can't really pinpoint one. Like I feel like.
I'm gonna say shit. That's good. I mean, like I ain't gonna fake it. Like people told me I can't rap, but watch this. Watch me.
Yeah, actually, EP. Someone had told me I can't rap. You know what I mean? But like, listen. I'm not trying to be in no top 10. You feel me? Like I'm one of those artists. Like I'm not trying to be like in the top 10 for rap, you know, because actually I started as a singer. Yeah. So I feel like, honestly, I thrive in the singing aspect, but I can also rap, right?
That makes you versatile.
So exactly. So like, I'm like, I can kind of play in both fields a little bit, you know what I mean? But ultimately for me, like, I don't know, I'm always striving to be better, always striving, you know, for like the next step. But I think that ultimately, like, people gonna say whatever. I'm just one of those people, like, I'm a Virgo. Listen, I don't care.
I mean,
like, people gonna say the craziest things to me. Me, personally, I'm just gonna grow and evolve from it. You know what I mean? So.
Not that part. So, if somebody wasn't there, give them one reason they can't miss the next one. Because I know there's going to be a part 2 or Gwendolyn Fest 2, or maybe there might be another name, or I don't know.
I think, so the Gwendolyn Fest is going to continue for, you know, years on, you know.
Okay, Ben. That's a staple.
Yeah, so I plan to do it next year, you know, just kind of building some new songs, building some new, you know, outlooks for Gwenny and the Gwendolyn team. We're just, we're wanting to bring a creative experience every year. You know what I mean? Just in a different light, and just empower other creatives in the city to, do more in their creative lifestyles. So there's going to be new additions every year. There's going to be new people, new faces, new talents. You know what I mean? But of course, I want this to kind of be, I'm like, I just kind of want it to be like, a family type of thing. Because like, if you talk to any of my artists, any of my models, any of my dancers, like it wasn't just like any type of event. Like we didn't just collectively come in, out of nowhere and just like, we're going to throw an event together. Like, no, like this was like hand selected people from me and my team that like really have taken a journey in not only my creative process, but Kansas City's as well. So whenever we selected certain people for this, it was really special. So everyone's treated like family. You know what I mean?
Nah, I ain't. That's one thing. Cause I saw a lot of my people out there. Shout out, you know what I'm saying? Then you got, Hood Dude Food Reviews. That's the other bro that was hosting. Yeah, I ain't gonna fake it. Yeah.
Yep,
and then you also had the Royal Chief as your DJ.
Yeah, Chief did amazing. Yeah. Chief did so awesome.
I like bro. I love bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro I was like, he definitely, I was watching after I left from the live stream. But I was like, oh man, I wish I could have stayed.
Yeah, it was cool. But I think the biggest thing about it too was seeing all different types of faces in the room. You know what I mean? You never know who you're gonna see. And I want to give a shout out to my models and my dancers. Listen, the Gwendolyn Dream Team, they have been working in and out of this festival to like make it the best performance. Like for instance, my dancers, we had been training for this festival for 3 months beforehand, before the festival. So like we'd meet every single Wednesday, every single Tuesday and Thursday, and just basically go over each individual dance, get trained, get prepped. It was a hard, long haul, you know what I mean? But they withstand it, you know what I mean? And then especially with my models too, they did their thing. They went out there. Shout out Anna Lux Boutique, my homegirl Anna, and her amazing brand. I'm also a brand ambassador for her as well. So it was really cool to see like her showcase her boutique as well at the festival. And shout out Americus for leading that festival. She did amazing. Americus was with me from the start of the festival.
That's the model coach, ain't it?
Yeah, the pose coach. So if you ladies need to know how to pose, shout out Americus. She's the one. So yeah, she did amazing with the fashion show and the festival in general. Like this was a whole thing where people like really chose to grow and just evolve and learn from each other and just gain knowledge from each other. So it was a great process. So yeah,
that one was lit. I ain't gonna lie. Especially you had what's her name, Cully, bro, from the ceiling.
Listen, Cully, if y'all did not see that video, go to Cully's YouTube right now and watch that. He was on your page. Yeah, it was. Honestly, it was at the top there somewhere. But listen, he was hanging from the Raptors, y'all. If y'all didn't see that, listen. And it was so crazy because, like, I'm one of those people, like, whenever I have events, I want people to express their art to the highest forms. You know what I mean? Just doing anything, that they feel like. He is a rager. So, yeah, for all the vamps, shout out the vamps. Yeah, but he was doing his thing for real. I'm excited for y'all to see it.
All right, we're gonna get some more.
And shout out my homie Cully for coming through.
Yeah, this was probably one of the acts that I missed. But after I've seen the film, which one is it? I'm gonna say
it's I think it's like one of his newest videos. I think.
Because I seen it on IG. And I was like, what?
You should be able to press on his profile. Maybe. But yeah, that was crazy. Like, literally jumping off the roof with it.
I was like, oh, yeah,
there it is. Oh my gosh. That was insane. Jumps off the ledge with it, like.
Y'all gotta turn up and give him.
Crazy.
I was like, ain't no way. They was like, I know Hollis was like.
This is about ready to kill me. But this was fire. was badass. My dad said at the end of the performance, he's like, "This is my favorite performance."
I feel like bro brought the energy. Then that's the different creativity. To my ragers, like you, it's a difference between an artist and a rager. Let me tell you, if y'all thought Uzi was a rager, boy, look, Cully, I ain't gonna fake it. I'll turn up with one of his concerts.
And Cully's my dog. You know what I mean? He was one of my first friends whenever I came up here. Cully shows ain't like no other, y'all. So if y'all a vamp, you know what I mean? Tap in with him. The rage is crazy, and he definitely brings a different sound to the Kansas City music scene that not a lot of people are familiar with. And sometimes the things that make people puts them in uncomfortable situations to basically uplift their mind, uplift their sound, uplift their creativity. That's hard as fuck. So shout out my homie Kelly.
Nah, facts. Yeah. I would say that was one of my high points from the festival. I was about to say we're about to close out here in a minute. I was about to say my last final question. I was like, what advice do you have for the next artist trying to build something of this magnitude, something this big?
I would say the best advice I could give is to just basically trust in the journey, trust through the process, but ultimately everything that is meant for you is gonna come to you in the best creative way possible. And for those that don't know me, my name's Gwenny, aka Miss Beauty. And, I hope that y'all can come out to my shows and just, feel music in a different light. You know what I mean? Because I don't just want people to, listen to amazing songs or just, chill out, vibe out. But I want people to feel it in their soul, my love for the music, my love for people, and just, really wanting to be a creative influence here. So if y'all didn't know, y'all know now to tap in with Gwenny, a.k.a. Miss Beauty.
I ain't let them know where you at, though.
Yeah, y'all. Follow me at Gwenny_official on Instagram. You could also find me on YouTube as well, Gwenny Official. Almost all platforms. So, yeah, y'all. Tap in with me.
Oh, man. And you already know she's here on the Misadventures of Snead, man. It's a Friday night. Started a little bit later than usual. I'm going to say, shoot. I was about to play another video, but I'm gonna say, shoot, we gonna wait because I'm gonna do something a little bit later on. But if you don't know, man, you already know I'm outside at the Bowery with Southside Dame and Boogie and Trillmatic and Richie Rage It, bro. Good year show. I'm ending the show, ending the year. Well, I'm ending the show, but I'm also ending the year on a good note.
Hey.
So I'll be out there hosting with DJ E. One half of Energy and Jams, and also we got DJ Swig on the ones and twos. So. Hey. Man, it's about to be very lit, you know what I'm saying? Can't wait, December, come tap in. And shoot, have a good weekend. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk about the Chiefs, I usually get into my Chiefs friend near the end, but fuck man, damn. Man, well, you already know it's the Misadventures of Snead. I had Gwenny on the show, man. Appreciate you for tapping in for episode 80.
Period, y'all. Hey. Y'all tap in with the Misadventures of Snead. This is Gwenny, a.k.a. Miss Lightskin Beauty, episode 80. And we out, y'all.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Misadventures of Snead. My name is Marcus Snead, a.k.a. Jimmy Cartier, and this is my podcast. Welcome. Follow me on all social media platforms at Mr. Cartier_. What inspired this podcast is my college HBCU life and the events that unfolded. Things that I'll be talking about is sports, Chiefs, will they be Super Bowl bound? Patrick Mahomes, will he win the MVP? Food reviews, KC Soul Sisters, Yum Yums, and the Hot Dog King. Staying in the know and making sure you're up to date. All in all, welcome to the Misadventures of Snead.